Hey guys, this is Jam of jamonline.ph, and today we're gonna do a gaming review of the OPPO Reno 4. So it's one of the latest mid-range smartphones from OPPO, and it's quite interesting because it's running on a Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G processor, which is one of my favorite mid-range processors. And of course, we got here a 6.4-inch AMOLED Full HD Plus display. Actually, you can see the device over here. I've already connected it to my PC. So let's focus on that one. So yeah, you can see here that, okay, so let's remove this one first. I'm gonna remove the case. It's one of the sexiest smartphones that I've seen. You can see here that we got here a glossy design at the back. Yes, we do got here a lot of smudges. No, not a problem. Not a problem at all when it comes to gaming. We got here a really nice camera module in here. It's quite thin. We got here the headphone jack if you want to use this one for your gaming needs. Of course, we got USB-C, and we got here the display. We got here a very small notch at the top, so it's a very small dual camera notch. One of them is a sensor. Actually, we're gonna discuss that on my review at my website. But yeah, you've seen the features that will affect your gaming on the OPPO Reno 4. Now it's time to proceed to our first game. So our first game is Mobile Legends, one of the most popular games right now in the country. So we've set it up with shadows on, HFR mode on, outlines on. We set it at the high settings. So yeah, you can see here that we're getting here really good frame rates. Now, time to start the benchmark for this one using our Game Bench application. So as you can see here, we're gonna start recording, and the FPS or the median FPS should start in a bit, along with the FPS graph below. So there we go. So it's running at 58 median, or okay, so it's running at 62 median frames per second. So overall, it's not having problems running the game. It doesn't have any problems running the game. As you can see here, it's running at 62, 61 frame rates right now. That's the median FPS. So let's see. Okay, let's turn on the audio. As you can see here, we're pretty happy with what we're getting on this one, on this game. So it's a 61 median frames per second. Doesn't have any problems at all. Okay. So yeah, very smooth, and so far, wala pa tayong major frame drops na na-experience dito sa laro na to. So let's try going to the jungle. So yeah, as you can see here, no problems at all. So sobrang relax lang tayo mga mamser. Let's widen the FPS graph, and let's see. So as you can see here, running Mobile Legends on the OPPO Reno 4 isn't a problem at all. I mean, we've experienced, we've tried this chipset before. So I'm not surprised na ganito na yung nakuha nating FPS performance sa game na to. I don't think magkakamit tayo ng problema running this game. Since this is just a very light game. Pinakita ko lang sa inyo that it can run Mobile Legends. I mean, a lot of smartphones can run Mobile Legends. And a lot of people are asking, okay, kaya ba na Mobile Legends yan? Well, guys, Mobile Legends isn't a really hardcore na game when it comes to graphics. So, yeah, this isn't a problem at all. So, yan. Tingnan natin. Tapusin natin yung game. And tingnan natin. Yan. So, let's stop. So, as you can see here, the median frames per second is up to 61. And I believe yung kanyang FPS stability, I'm pretty sure na hindi siya bababa ng 95% kasi kitang-kita naman doon sa graph natin na everything is running really smooth and really well. Now, time to proceed to our next game, which is Call of Duty Mobile. For our next game, this is Call of Duty Mobile. We're gonna run it at Team Deathmatch 10v10. I've set it up at high settings, and yung mga possible na mga add-ons sa graphics na we've enabled that on the smartphone. So I'm gonna show you first the graphic settings. So as you can see, okay. So kita nyo naman, okay, it's running quite smooth right now. Okay, so let's go sa graphics. You can see here I've set it up at high, max FPS, depth of field, real-time shadows, and ragdoll. So what are we waiting for? Let's start Game Bench on this one. So let's see that it's running really well. Right now it's running at 58, 60 frames per second. Sobrang smooth naman ng gameplay natin so far. And sobrang nag-enjoy tayo. As you can see here, the median FPS is 58. So far nakakita lang tayo ng 54. I think the lowest one is 54 nung namatay tayo. So yeah, this is not a problem at all. I don't think magkakameron din tayo na problema with Call of Duty Mobile. I mean, this is a popular game. It has a nice graphics, but it's not demanding at all. This one is very optimized to most smartphones. So yeah, running this one isn't a problem at all. Another thing about the Snapdragon inside the smartphone is hindi siya ganun kainit. Despite naka-case na tayo ngayon, so I'm still happy with this one. I'm really happy actually with the performance of Snapdragon 720G. Still, I'm enjoying this one, so wala naman akong problema when it comes to this game. Oh, bakit may mic? So let's see here. Okay, meron pa tayo ditong mga kalaban, palipad tayo ng drone and stuff. It's still at 58 median frames per second. I'm not sure kung ano magiging FPS stability natin dito. Siguro naman more than 90% pa rin tayo. Okay, so we finished the game with 58 median frames per second. I am not sure what will be our FPS stability on this one, but I'm pretty happy with the results that we got on this smartphone. Now, let's proceed to our next game. So, for our next game, it is PUBG Mobile, one of the most popular battle royale games out there in smartphones. And it's running on 720G. It's not new to us. We've tried 720G before. So, you can see here the graphic settings. Ang possible dito is we've set it up at the balance ultra. Unfortunately, there's no extreme FPS on this one, and it's only up to HD. So we're gonna set it up at balance at ultra FPS. We've enabled anti-aliasing. We've also enabled shadows on the smartphone. So let's see, and let's try running the game on Team Deathmatch. Okay, so we are already running the game, so let's start benchmarking this one on Game Bench, and let's see. Alright, so we're running PUBG Mobile right now. As you can see here, we're getting 40 median frames per second. We've set it up at balance settings, ultra shadows, ultra FPS, balance graphics with anti-aliasing and shadows on. So let's see if we could get a good frame rates on this one. Let's see. As you can see here, it's running well at 40 frames per second. No problems at all despite the shadows and also the anti-aliasing on dito sa game na to. So let's see. We've just been bombed. Okay, so nakikita nyo naman dito, the median frames per second below at the graph below is quite straight. And konti lang naman yung frame drops. It's going down up to 38 lang yata so far. So yeah, it's not really a major problem for me. Unfortunately, walang extreme dito for better frame rates. But I'm happy with what we're getting here. Ultra graphics, okay na ako doon. Ultra frame rates, okay na ako doon. So, I don't think magkakameron tayo na frame drops pa dito anytime soon. So, basically, na-expect ko that we will get almost the same FPS, median FPS by the end of the game. And also, yung graph ng FPS is smooth lang naman to overall since this is PUBG Mobile. Okay, so pinapatay lang po nila tayo ng walang ka-awa-awa. But yeah, you can see here the median FPS still 39, 40, 41. And so yeah, I guess hindi ko natatapusin yung game. You could see here that we've clearly been decimated by the enemy. But yeah, you've seen the graph below. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the graph below. Nawala na nga yung graph, pero it's 40 median frames per second. The average CPU load is up to 20% lang. Unfortunately, hindi supported yung Reno 618. But yeah, it's what we can expect. So time to do the verdict. Let's see the FPS and FPS stability of the games that we have run earlier. Alright, so you have seen the gaming prowess of the OPPO Reno 4. It's a quite interesting smartphone, Snapdragon 720G. We got 8 gigs of RAM, you know, everything that you need for a mid-range smartphone. Okay, so let's talk about first Mobile Legends. It's a very light game. No problems at all running this game. I mean, it's running at 61 frames per second with 100% FPS stability. I mean, that's already expected since the game isn't that demanding. It's just a casual game that a lot of people are playing. Okay, so we've seen Mobile Legends. Already thumbs up for me. Okay, now next is Call of Duty Mobile. It's running at 58 frames per FPS. That's the median FPS, but it's not running at 60 FPS. It's fine with me as long as it can run at around more than 55. Doesn't have a really terrible FPS stability. We're running the game at 100% FPS stability. So for me, that is not a problem at all. And the display was quite responsive, so I didn't have any problems when pressing the buttons on the game. You know, for the triggers and everything. So yeah, okay na okay ako with Call of Duty Mobile on the OPPO Reno 4. Lastly, we got here PUBG Mobile. So PUBG Mobile, we've set it up at balance settings. We've enabled anti-aliasing. We've also enabled shadows on. We've seen no problems at all on the smartphone. We're running the game really well. We got here 100% FPS stability with 40 FPS for the median FPS. So overall, that is the best that we can get on the settings na pwede nating iset dito sa OPPO Reno 4. Unfortunately, there's no HDR mode and there's no extreme FPS on the smartphone. But if you want, you could go for the HD graphics. But the FPS is up to high lang. So yeah, better set it up at the balance settings with ultra frame rates. So yeah, I guess that's it dito sa ating gaming review of the OPPO Reno 4. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, well, now is the time to subscribe. So be sure to click that bell button along with that subscribe button along with that bell button to get notified of the latest videos here sa Jam Online YouTube channel. So once again, I am Jam of jamonline.ph. Thank you for watching and see you guys again sa susunod na video.